back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana.
I have breaking news. So apparently Tulsi Gabbard has officially endorses Donald Trump. Let's talk about it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Aloha. I know we got Hawaii in the house here. There we go. It is a privilege to be here with all of you, my brothers and sisters in uniform, especially on this day of all days. I had the privilege of joining President Trump this morning at Arlington Cemetery, where he joined two Gold Star families and loved ones of Staff Sergeant Hoover and Sergeant G, both of whom were two of the 13 killed in the Abbey Gate attack 3 years ago today in Kabul. And I can tell you, as we were there, as he laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, joining these Marines' loved ones, I felt the sorrow that he shared with them in their loss. I felt and saw his sincere appreciation for these servicemen and women who paid the ultimate price and their loved ones who continue to grieve to this day. This is personal for me, as I know it is for so many of you here. This is real. It's not just words. I first deployed to Iraq in 2005 with the Hawaii Army National Guard as a member of Charlie Med.
You saw that. So this is definitely great news because Friday, F. Kennedy has also endorses Trump. And the reason why is because he believed that the Democrat Party, because when he first came out and said he wanted to be president, he ran as a Democrat, but they took him out of everything. The media did not want to interview him, have the opportunity to run in the primary, so he basically changed to an independent. Now, apparently he did not stop running for president, but what he did was he removed his name off of ballots that he believed may affect Trump as president, because when you look at it, it seemed like he is drawing votes from Trump when Kamala is running for president. But when Biden was running for president, he was drawing votes from Biden.
It's turned on its head just over a month ago. Just take a look at this polling. It shows how much things have changed in those few days with Vice President Kamala Harris instead of President Joe Biden. That's a big one. Democrats up nearly 10 points, making this an extremely competitive race between the VP and President Donald Trump. Joining me now to break down the polls is data science director with our partners at Decision Desk HQ, Scott Tranter. Scott, good morning. Thanks for joining. Let's start with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. making a lot of headlines this morning, set to address his campaign's path forward. Arizona's Secretary of State already confirming he's filed the paperwork to withdraw from the race. So let's take a look at the national polling averages from DDHQ right now, both with and without RFK Jr. Scott, how does RFK dropping out now impact this race?
It makes it even closer than it already is. Look at that. If RFK drops out, Donald Trump gets in within 3 points. With RFK in, he's within 6 points. That's a big movement in a race that's going to be determined by a point or two.
What about the swing states and also the battleground states? Does that become even tighter with RFK dropping out?
Yeah, no, especially the key ones, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. RFK dropping out, he wasn't going to win, but he was taking 3 to 5% of the vote, and up a year ago, 10 to 15% of the vote. So that shows you that there are voters who are willing to move around and switch candidates who they're supporting for. Him dropping out appears to help Trump. Appears that it will help Trump going into the fall.
So certain battleground states that it looks like he is joined votes from Trump, he removed his name off the ballot, and he kept his name on the ballots of blue states. Him being on the ballot may affect Kamala. This is definitely great news. If you don't know who Tulsi Gabbard is, she's the one that basically eliminated Kamala Harris from her first presidential election when they were having a debate, and she basically told the truth and said that Kamala had put a lot of black people in prison, and when the man was on death row and they told him, they said that he was innocent, she laughed something about that. But let me play the video. Happens, you can see for yourselves.
Back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. That would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
So this is definitely great news. She's a great person to have on the Trump train. She is very smart. She is pro-peace, okay? That's all. She was in the Army, and she was, I believe she was a representative of Hawaii. And she was known for always voting for peace. She's against wars. And that's her big focus, that she believed that we should not be in the Ukraine war, the Israel war. Like, we need to push for peace all the time. So this is definitely great news. I believe she's going to be helping with the debate as well. That's supposed to happen in September. And just to let you know, if you're not aware, that Harris is trying to change some of the format of the next debate. So apparently they wanted to keep the same debate where they will turn off the mic while the individual is speaking, but she wants all of a sudden the mic to be on because she knows that Trump may not be able to handle himself. He might overtalk her, and I believe that this is a strategy that she's trying to use so she could react to it, and people could, if this debate go viral, it will not go viral for the right reason, but the reason will because of her reaction to Trump from the last time she debated with Mike Pence. So this is definitely great news. If you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel is basically bringing breaking news and also talking about things that affects black people, okay? Now, I am a conservative thinker. I go more to the conservative time, so I'm just here to tell you that my perspective and my opinion will always be conservative. But if you disagree, just leave a comment below and we'll just talk about it. Have a blessed day.